I'm really excited about today's video. We're going to do an unboxing for you. First up, Sackboy, PlayStation 5. But that's not all. We got here new PlayStation 5 Dualsense Controller. A lot of talk about these with the haptic feedback and the resistance triggers. So pretty excited to take a look at that. And of course, what PlayStation 5 unboxing video would be complete without unboxing the PlayStation 5, of course. So yes, I actually got one, and no, Sony didn't send it to me. Got one other thing here. Something I'm also pretty excited about. This is the HP Reverb G2. So not only will I be unboxing the PlayStation 5 today, I'm also going to do this puppy. But you'll have to take a look at the other video to watch that one. So look for that in the next couple days. But this is pretty exciting. Can't wait to get into this one. Alrighty, as promised, we're about to crack open Sackboy Adventures for the PlayStation 5. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit like if you enjoy this video. And if you'd like to see more videos like these, go ahead and hit subscribe. And let's get to it. Not sure why they decided to change the name of this one. There you go. Get the trash out of the way. Go ahead. Open this up. Oh, and like most games that are shipped these days, came out of the case. So, and you can see there's no manual. So, you know, normally I download my games. I don't buy discs anymore. But for some reason, out of nostalgia's sake, I went ahead and purchased the disc. Nothing special about it. Just a standard old Blu-ray disc, it looks like. So, not much to this. Some nice art there on the inside. Does support 1 to 4 players simultaneous on the internet or on the same computer. So looking forward to it. Like I said, big fan of this game series. So Sony's really trying to up Sackboy's popularity to take on people like Mario and Sonic. And of course Crash Bandicoot, who they seem to have abandoned after like PlayStation 2, but pretty excited about that. So let's get in here to the hapsense controller. The PlayStation Dualsense Wireless Controller. So, notice that no fancy knife here, just a standard box cutter. So if you make knives and want to send me one, go right ahead. Hit my socials down in the description. Send me a message. This one's really in there.
5 hours later.
There we go. So there's the box, and just unwrap the controller here. First thing I notice is this feels really heavy. So let's set that aside. And looks like we have a manual, standard legalese, how to pair it. Nothing too exciting there. That's it. No charge cables, nothing else in the box. So like I said, this controller is pretty heavy. It's definitely heavier than the PlayStation 4 DualSense. Feels good though. The buttons are kind of a clear. You can see that they're a clear plastic. They're not actually white. And The controller itself is more gray than white, with the black highlights and the touchpad. It's like it connects via USB-C for charging. Feels good though, definitely feels good. Oh, and looks like it's charged up and ready to go. Because it just tried to pair. So let's get to the important thing here, right? PlayStation 5. Let's see that very well. I'll hide behind the box here. So the PlayStation 5 features the Zen 2 processor. It's capable of doing 4K at 120 frames per second. You will need a monitor with HDMI 2.1 though to take advantage of that. It also can do 8K. Again, you'll need that HDMI 2.1. It features an 825 gigabyte SSD. You may have heard only about 637 gigabytes of that are actually usable. Fortunately, it does have support for NVMe drives to expand this storage in there, so we'll take a look at that as we get this open. We'll also crack open the PlayStation and look for where you can update that. With that, I think we'll just jump right in. This is a big box, and it is very heavy for a console. It's definitely the heaviest console I've ever had. And I've had a lot of consoles. I actually started with the Atari 2600 when I was, 4, I think. 4 or 5 years old. My parents got me a 2600. And then I've been addicted to video games ever since. See the egg crates that come in here. Just out of the way. Go. PlayStation 5, and it is shaped very interestingly. You can take a look at that. It's got the Blu-ray drive right there. This looks like one front USB port, one USB-C port. On the back here, we got two USB 2.0 ports right here. The gigabit Ethernet, your HDMI 2.1, of course, power. Not much else to it. A PlayStation logo that's actually cut in and engraved. It's not black. I think before we get too much further, go ahead and take this extra box of stuff and take a look at it. And of course, the included Dualsense controller. For some reason, I don't know. Say it feels a little different, but it isn't. It's exactly the same. So I must be getting used to it already. That out of the way. Of course, we've got our manuals here. Pretty standard. Looks like English and French, actually. So there is that. It's like our USB-C charge cord. Power cord. Great thing about these new generations of consoles. Power supplies inside the unit, not a brick outside. I mean, Sony's always done a good job of putting it in there, but the Xbox Series X also has the power supply finally inside the unit. which is nice. Looks like we have our stand here. It's pretty interesting. I don't know if you can see that. It's got some different cutouts and extra thing, and I believe it's because this can support the unit both standing up and laying down. So take a look at that in a second. And then of course we have a USB 2.1 cable. Get these cables out of the way. So before we check out the stand, see if we can open this up and take a look inside. Should be some latches here. Just trying to find where they're at. That's kind of anticlimactic. Let me be right back. Okay, let's try this again. We're going to remove the side panels, see if we can take a look at the inside. So, first thing we're going to do is lay it flat. Go up here, and here, should pull it up. And let this slide off. Yay. One panel down. Alright, now we'll pull the same thing off here, and it slides out like that. First thing we notice, we got, looks like two fans, or at full intake, so it's one fan and blowing out the other side. That looks good. Here's the back. And right here, you'll see this is going to be the NVMe expansion drive, so let's go ahead and get into that. There we go. Looks like it supports up to 110 millimeter NVMe's. Right now those drives are actually really cheap, so that's a great way to expand your SSD memory, and since we're losing about 200 gigabytes on this versus what's advertised, that's going to be necessary for a lot of us, especially those who download a lot of games, and with games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare taking up over 500 gigs these days, it doesn't leave much room for other games. Like I said, NVMe's are actually at one of their lowest prices right now. I know recently I got one for myself that was about $200 for 2 gigs at 6 gigabyte per second write speed, so really good option to expand the drive there. And really, when compared to the Xbox Series X, that's a more affordable option than going with their external card that only one company, and I believe it's Samsung, makes, and I think it's $250 for a 1 gigabyte expansion. So definitely I think Sony has the edge here. It's a little more difficult to get to, but definitely worth it with that expansion capability. And it's 110 millimeters. That's going to leave a lot of room for even bigger cards as those become more available with faster speed even. So pretty exciting. So let me put this back together. side. That pretty quick, pretty easy, pretty simple to take off and put on once you actually know how. Let's take a look at the stand here. This does need to rotate. There you go. So that little thing grabs the back. That's what keeps it from moving. So, when in doubt, RTFM. So I think that looks actually pretty good like that. For those who like those traditional side looks, definitely this is the way to go. But of course, it doesn't look as fancy as the vertical. So I know most of us definitely going to have that desire to keep that vertical. This is the proper way to install the vertical. Again, helps to read the manual. So like I said, PlayStation 5, 4K, 120 hertz. Excited to check that out on a PlayStation, on a console. Haven't been consoling much for the last several years, but been pretty much sticking to the PC, but excited to get back into it. Features HDR dynamic color, so currently I'm doing HDR gaming in 4K with the RTX 3080, and that color is fantastic. Definitely recommend doing HDR gaming if you can. And that, I think that's all there is to it. Like I said, gonna be unboxing the HP Reverb G2 soon. So look for that video. We'll put it through the paces with Star Wars Squadrons. So been waiting to play that for this to show up. And of course, with the Reverb G2, that's the one Microsoft Flight Simulator is officially supporting, and that actually is supposed to release soon. So I'm really excited to try that there and get into some of this and maybe give you a video of what the gameplay is actually like, some more in-depth about the controller and the feedback there. If you have any questions, if you were able to get one of these on launch day or soon after, let me know down in the comments. Again, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button and click subscribe and that little bell down there to get alerted whenever there's a new one. Thanks for watching.